They may be gone, but they'll never be forgotten. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most rewatchable canceled comedies. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're breaking down the most hilarious TV comedies and sitcoms that were canceled by their networks. Number 10, Clone High.
Gandhi, this year is going to be different. I'm taller, I've got slightly bigger sideburns.
I spent all summer on my high fives and my finger snaps.
This one-of-a-kind series only ran for one season, and was cancelled due to low ratings, and controversy over its depiction of a teenage Mahatma Gandhi. However, more than a decade later, it's developed a cult following thanks to its unique premise, which asked the question, what if the US government cloned a bunch of historical figures and stuck them in a high school together?
You're named Abe, aren't you, Abe?
With teenage versions of Abraham Lincoln, Joan of Arc, Cleopatra, and JFK running around, the show had endless material to work with. So it's a real shame we only have 13 episodes to repeatedly binge.
When life gives you lemons, you clone those lemons and make super lemons.
Number 9, The Last Man on Earth.
I don't know how to put a bomb back in that little thingy.
We're Americans. We put a man on the moon.
Created by and starring the always hilarious Will Forte, The Last Man on Earth was unfortunately dropped in May of 2018. The show, which revolved around the post-apocalyptic life of Phil Miller, a hapless loser with a penchant for screwing things up, ran for a total of 4 seasons, deftly meandering its own fictional landscape with endless raunchy wit.
They say that eyebrows are the curtains to the windows to the soul of your face.
The show's premise made for a fantastic sitcom, allowing viewers to vicariously live out a scenario that most have thought about but few would actually want to be in. Helped by a stellar supporting cast, Forte took us on a ride that was creative and wildly entertaining. We look forward to the reruns.
Ah! God of a bee sting!
Number 8, Family Matters.
Can I have a glass of milk to go with my face?
A spin-off of the ABC sitcom Perfect Strangers, Family Matters managed to surpass its predecessor in no small part thanks to Jaleel White's iconic performance as the Winslow's annoying, nerdy neighbor Steve Urkel.
Did I do that?
The show ran for an impressive 9 seasons before receiving the axe, but its legacy lives on in the form of frequent reruns on various networks. Even better, the show has been made available for streaming on Hulu, so if you have a few months to burn and you're a fan of classic 90s sitcoms, you know where to go.
Hey, baby, going my way?
Number 7, Happy Endings.
Did we start already, or do you really want water?
How and why this show didn't last longer we will never understand. Happy Endings revolved around the exploits of a tightly knit group of friends living in Chicago. A dysfunctional bunch to say the least, the group nevertheless endeared themselves to fans and critics alike. So it came as a major shock when the show was cancelled in 2013.
My store is the Peach Pit. Deal with that.
Here was a program that was smart, funny, touching, and a hit with viewers that was dropped for no good reason. Vulture.com listed it as one of the worst TV decisions of the year, and we have a hard time disagreeing with them.
I did not make it out unscathed. I'm extremely scathed.
Number 6, Scrubs.
The medical interns are having a Pac-Man tournament. Apparently we're all 12.
After airing for 9 seasons and pulling in strong ratings year after year, Scrubs finally said goodbye in 2010. The show made waves in its early years thanks to a truly incredible cast, which featured the unique comedic stylings of Zach Braff, Sarah Chalke, Donald Faison, and of course, John C. McGinley.
I'm not planning on doing any paperwork, but I did go ahead and leave my urine sample on your driver's side car door.
The show, which was set in a hospital and focused on the lives of both the staff and the patients, was notable for its lightning-fast wit, zany premises, and surprisingly heartfelt moments. Rewatchable barely scratches the surface when discussing this award-winning and highly quotable sitcom.
Not because of you, I'm not insane. He was dead when we walked over here, but
Just a stunningly horrible job nonetheless.
Number 5, Pushing Daisies.
I suppose dying's as good an excuse as any to start living.
One of the most imaginative shows to have ever aired on network television, Pushing Daisies revolved around a pie maker with the power to bring people back from the dead with the touch of his finger. The show could just have easily been a hard-hitting drama, but the creators went in a different direction and crafted a program that was endlessly quirky, highly stylized, and side-splittingly funny.
He's the kind that bites the heads off chickens.
Oh, animal rights groups put a stop to that kind of geek a long time ago.
It was named one of the top 10 new TV series by Time in 2007, and was nominated for 3 Golden Globes and 17 Primetime Emmys during its 2-season run, winning 7 of the latter. Few shows are as pleasurable to rewatch as this one.
Spent so much time praying, I've run out of things to say. I'm having awkward silences with God.
Number 4, Better Off Ted.
No. What is the last thing the dove sees?
He's blindfolded. It's better for both of us.
Who doesn't love a good satire? When it premiered in 2009, Better Off Ted drew considerable praise from critics, thanks to its off-the-wall humor and wry social commentary, with some likening it to Arrested Development. Unfortunately, the show, which revolved around the exaggerated inner workings of an R&D department, couldn't hack it with viewers, and was promptly cancelled after just 2 seasons.
The rest of you, you're welcome.
The show touched upon the difficulties of working for a nefarious corporation, while still trying to raise a child with a strong moral compass, featuring an exceptionally funny cast and strong writing. Better Off Ted still has a lot to offer after multiple viewings, even if it's far shorter than we'd like.
Now, back to work.
Number 3, King of the Hill.
How many cows do you people eat in a year?
Wait, we figured this out once.
Few animated sitcoms have delved into the trials and tribulations of living in middle-class America with the deadpan-like grace of King of the Hill. Set in the fictional town of Arlen, Texas, the show focused on the Hills, a traditional family who constantly found themselves embroiled in untraditional situations.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
The show received numerous nominations and heaps of praise during its time as one of Fox's flagship series, but was nevertheless cancelled in 2010 due to low ratings. While rewatching a great sitcom is all well and good, a revival would be considerably better, which is exactly what creator Mike Judge continues to lobby for. Fingers crossed, people.
All right, mister, you've got 1 minute. Ooh. Dang it, Bobby, it has been at least a minute.
Number 2, Futurama.
My parents, my coworkers, my girlfriend. I'll never see any of them again.
From the mind of Simpsons creator Matt Groening, Futurama focused on Fry, a pizza delivery guy who was accidentally frozen in a cryogenic pod and unfrozen 1,000 years in the future, tackling the types of offbeat and ridiculous scenarios that only animation can do justice. The show was and continues to be a hilarious and often heartfelt viewing experience.
I just want her to like me.
Well, there's always hope.
Oddly enough, Futurama was actually cancelled on more than one occasion, first in 2003 and again in 2013. After having been revived a few years earlier thanks to a considerable effort on the part of fans. Thankfully, rewatching this futuristic series never gets old.
You can be Crummy Universe A, and we'll be Universe 1.
Or the Mongooses. That's a cool team name.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
I think we've had enough of those.
Please, don't give me a vegan lecture.
Are we having fun yet?
America, land of my dreams, home of the Whopper.
Number 1, Freaks and Geeks.
You gotta find your big, gigantic drum kit, you know?
In the early 2000s, Judd Apatow effectively cornered the market on television shows that were critically acclaimed and beloved by fans, but only lasted 1 season. First, he executive produced Freaks and Geeks, a show that's widely regarded as one of the most honest, not to mention hilarious depictions of high school life ever put on television. The show helped launch the careers of James Franco, Jason Segel, and Seth Rogen, and has since been included on numerous best TV shows of all time lists. Apatow followed it up by creating Undeclared, a sitcom about a group of freshmen trying to navigate the college landscape. 2 great shows, same result. Oh well, time for a double marathon.
What's your major?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
You haven't picked a major yet?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.